104.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You can find anything at Target. You can get towels, toiletry, groceries. You can find sad, dejected boyfriends following around their girlfriends on a Sunday afternoon.
Just defeated.
Hungover, wishing a Mack truck would drive through the wall and run them over and just end their misery. But enough about my experiences at Target. You can also find a date at Target if you know how to look, and that's exactly what happened to today's second dater, Amanda, who is on the phone. Hey, Amanda, how are you?
Hey guys, I'm good.
What's up? So, how does one find a date at Target?
Actually, I wasn't expecting anything. I was in the cleaning supply section, and this guy just kind of came up to me and, you know, he kind of used like, oh, what kind of cleaning products do you use kind of line.
That always gets me going.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey.
Man.
Yeah.
Ooh, you throw some Simple Green on me? Uh-oh. Hello. So you guys bonded over cleaning supplies.
Pretty much. I mean, he came up to me and was asking me what kind of cleaning products do I use for my kitchen.
Ow.
And that was it,
I
huh?
was like, okay, this is a pickup line, but I'll go with it because he was cute.
Oh, so it was obvious that he was just trying to make conversation.
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
who comes to the cleaning section and starts asking people what kind of products they use?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he had a real dilemma. Generic brand name.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I didn't know if maybe the two of you just thought it was so sexy to be talking about cleaning supplies that you had to go out.
How quickly did he move from cleaning supplies to let's go out on a date? Because that's got to be somewhat of an awkward transition.
No, I mean, we were talking for about maybe like 10, 15 minutes. And he's like, hey, do you want to grab some coffee? Which then coffee led into drinks. And I was like, yeah, it was actually, he was pretty smooth about it. I wasn't really awkward at all.
You get hit on a lot when you're out? Is this a normal thing for you, or is it?
I mean, sometimes I get catcalls, but, you know, I don't get picked up at like Target or stores while I'm shopping.
So this was a new experience for you. If I were shopping at Target and somebody just came up and started hitting on me, I think it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So what did you guys do on your date?
We went to this cafe, and we were going to have coffee, but then, you know, we both got hungry after we were chatting for a while, so we ended up going to a restaurant, having dinner, so it ended up being like a long, nice evening.
Wow.
Which is usually a great sign if things just keep continuing. What was the best part of it for you?
I just think we were laughing a lot. We had a lot in common. We both love outdoor sports, and everything went well till the end of the date, which was just awkward.
Until the end of the date.
Oh, man.
We spent like 4 or 5 hours together, which is a really long date. Had great conversation. We're laughing, and then in the end, I kind of thought he would go in for the kiss, and instead, he stuck his hand out and shook my hand.
Oh, what?
He hand shook you?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
A guy handshaking a girl is very unusual.
Awkward.
How did that whole thing, like, explain to me how that happened? Because there are those times where you'll go to hug someone, but then you think they might want to shake, so you kind of do like a half shake and then half hug, and it's all messed up.
Yeah.
But was it like that, or he literally was making an effort to handshake you and not hug you?
I almost stepped in for a hug, and he immediately took his hand out, so I kind of pulled back, and then I stuck my hand out and shook his hand. But this is what's weird. He saw me at Target, so I know he's not gay.
Yeah.
He picked me up. He asked me out. So he knows what I look like. It's not like we were like online dating. He had no idea. So
Yeah.
I just don't know what went wrong at the end of the day.
Well, after the handshake, did you guys make any plans to go out again, or did you drop hints at least?
He said, yeah, I'll call you. Let's go for a hike. And I was like, okay, sounds great.
So he even suggested the activity of going for a hike after handshake.
Right.
Weird.
Were you giving him weird signals, like maybe you weren't being very obvious that you were interested in
Well,
him?
no, I didn't pick up on any weird signs, and I didn't give him any bad signs. So I didn't feel that I did anything wrong, or I may have led him in the wrong direction. I just am confused.
Okay, so nothing weird happened on your date. Everything was perfectly normal, like you said. You guys were laughing,
Yeah.
hanging out, and then at the end of it, you try to go in for a hug, and he just sticks out his hand and shakes your hand. And
Shook it, yeah.
Don't write him off because of that, Amanda. He could have been nervous. He could not kiss on the first date. I mean,
I
you
know,
found.
but at least give me a hug.
I know, but you found a guy that cleans. Don't give up on it.
yeah, the sexiest thing ever.
Well, I have given up on hope. I mean, it's been 2 weeks since he called me, and the last thing I remember is a handshake. So,
Okay, so that was going to be my next question. It's been 2 weeks since you went out with this guy,
yeah.
and you haven't heard a single word after your handshake.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, get him on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you.
Hang on.
Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, Amanda, I don't want you to feel bad that your date ended in a handshake. Because, I don't know if you know this, but in a lot of cultures, a handshake is even more intimate than sex. Okay, I don't know exactly what cultures that exist in, but
Devout religious ones?
I just made it up right now and it sounded good to me. So don't feel bad that the guy you want us to call today ended your date by shaking your hand and not giving you a hug or a kiss.
Okay.
If you're just tuning into the second date update, Amanda wants us to call this guy named Danny. They met at Target. He hit on her. They went out, had a good time. She can't think of anything that went wrong on the date, but it did end with him giving her a handshake. Did it seem like he didn't want to touch you, or did it seem like a handshake was just normal for him to do?
I feel like he didn't want to touch me.
You feel like he didn't want to touch you.
Oh.
Okay.
But he offered the hiking after that. That's what the mixed messages have to be so confusing for you.
Yeah, it is. I just think maybe he had a personal issue that I don't know about, and I'm trying not to get personal.
Maybe he's like a germaphobe.
No,
He could
sure.
be. You met him in the cleaning section at Target. That's a legit, that's actually a good theory. I just surprised myself with that. That might actually work. All right. Well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get him on the phone, and hopefully find out what went wrong on your date and why he's not calling you back. Okay? All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, I was looking for Danny.
Yeah, this is Danny.
Danny, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Good.
I'm calling you today because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they gave us your phone number and asked us to call you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Her name is Amanda. She emailed us and told us about how you picked her up at a Target. She thought that was a really cute move, by the way, and told us a little bit about your date, said that she really liked you, but I guess it's been like 2 weeks now, and you're not returning her phone calls.
Uh-huh.
Would you mind maybe giving us some insight into why it's been 2 weeks and you haven't called Amanda back?
I guess I just can't see myself being in a relationship with her, and that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Is it because of something she did on the date, something she said?
I mean, I didn't get to know her really well, but she was kind of gross on our date.
How is
gross.
How is she gross?
Just her manners. I'm not sure really like how she was raised, and it was kind of shocking to me.
Wow, I'm very curious now, Danny. Because according to her, your date was perfectly normal. She didn't do anything weird. The thing that she did say was strange about your date was how you shook her hand at the end. Is that why you shook her hand? Because you thought she was gross?
Yeah, I needed an exit.
Can you give me one specific thing?
Yeah.
Was she sloppy when she was eating her food? She not put her napkin on her lap? What specifically made you think that she's nasty?
Well, it was going fine, and like halfway through the meal, she grabbed my hand and she leaned over into my ear and whispered, "I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
I have to honk out a dirt snake."
No, she did not say that on the first date. Are you
You're
kidding
lying.
me?
You're lying about that, Danny.
That could not be real.
I swear to God.
And she
What was that
whispered
term again? What was that term again?
Oh, man. She said I have to honk out a dirt snake.
Was she being funny, or was like this a
That's
legit?
what I thought. I thought she was making a joke, and I just said, "Are you serious?" She just said, "No, really, I have to go download a brown load. I'll be back."
Stop it!
She had to have been joking then.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Come on, man. Like
I don't know one girl that would do that
way.
seriously.
she had to have been. She had to have been joking with you, Danny.
She was not. She left. She was gone for a few minutes. I mean, at the time, I couldn't eat. I lost my appetite. That's how serious she was being.
What did she say when she got back to the table? Like, she had to have had a smile or been laughing.
Yeah, she had a smile, and she patted her belly, and she said, "It looks like someone dropped the kids off at the pool."
With it.
She's so good.
Oh my gosh. Was your face red?
I didn't know what to say, and she just jumped right back into her meal. And after a few minutes, she noticed, and she thought I didn't like it. She asked me if I didn't like the food, and I said I just pretended I was feeling sick.
I would have been so grossed out. Like, I've been with my girlfriend like a year and a half now, and I don't even know that she does that still.
Oh my God.
And I don't ever plan on knowing that she does that. So, all right, Danny, I can understand why that would be a turnoff for you.
Yeah, that's why I shook her hand. I needed to get out of there.
All right. Danny, thank you very much for being honest. I'm sorry you had to endure that date.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I'm sorry too, I guess. Is that all that you guys needed today, or?
Yeah, that's just about everything. I'll let her know. Actually, why don't you let her know what the problem was on the date, because she's actually listening and on the other line right now.
Oh.
Amanda, did you actually say those things, or is he over-exaggerating?
Yeah, I said those things.
You did?
Amanda!
What? Why?
Women do go to the bathroom, and I like to joke around a lot, and I said it in a joking manner, and I was going to be honest with him, you know?
Okay, so the lines that you used, those were jokes, but you really did have to do what you said you were doing?
Yes.
There's truth in every joke, Jubal.
But I don't know why you're being such a stickler about it. I mean, don't you go to the bathroom?
Yes, I do, but I don't tell people like that. I mean, you could have just said, I'm going to go to the restroom, or powder your nose, or whatever.
Yeah, say that.
But it wasn't a joke. I had to
Amanda!
Dude, I
You
give it
don't-
up to you, girl.
Amanda, you don't care at all, huh?
I mean, honestly, you want me to, would you rather me at the table be like, hey, I got to go
No, I don't think that's what Danny's saying.
No, you could have said, I have to go to the bathroom. To say it that way is if, like, I'm your brother and we're hanging out, you know.
Oh.
Well, I'm just descriptive. I'm a joking kind of person, and I'm descriptive, and so I, have fun.
I will say, I wish I had a little bit more Amanda in me, because I haven't even talked about poop with my husband if we've been married.
Everyone, guys, be open-minded. Everybody does it. It's a part of our human biological, systems. Like, we all go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but we stopped talking like that when we turned 14.
Amanda, you're telling me no other guy you've dated before has had a problem with this?
No, my last boyfriend, he used to come out of the bathroom and we'd high-five.
Are you serious?
I bet we're going to get a ton of people on the text board who want to go out with you for this reason alone,
Probably.
Amanda. I mean, you're blunt and you're open.
Yeah, I'm honest, guys.
Yeah, I guess you're honest. I just, it's a first date. I mean, when you go out on a first date, you're supposed to, be a little more careful with what you say.
But shouldn't you know me for me? Why should I be hiding things?
Danny, you were attracted to her at one point. Couldn't you see the humor in it?
I mean, she whispered in my ear, dirt snake.
All right, good point.
Yeah.
Well, Danny, I would love to ask if you'll go on a second date with Amanda. We will pay for it.
I guess I can see where she's coming from, and it's great that she's so comfortable with herself, but I honestly can't stop thinking about dirt snake.
Okay, so, Amanda,
Listen, that's just me being who I am, and if he's not comfortable with it, then we're just not compatible.
Amanda, I really enjoyed meeting you, kind of, and, good luck.
Oh.
all right, no second date, Amanda. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not sorry, guys. I'm not.
And you know what? Thank you for letting us all today learn a new phrase in the second date update.
Seriously.
Download a brown load will now be in my vernacular permanently.
Right,
Thank
and you guys will laugh about it later on.
Yes, we will, Amanda. Man, today's second date update has opened up the floodgates on our text message board at 78592. Texts in like this one. My wife sat on my lap and farted on me on our first date. It was love at first fart. We've been together for 6 years. We crap in front of each other all the time. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. Why are we getting texts like that? Well, because this girl named Amanda wanted to call this dude named Danny and find out why he wasn't calling her back after their date. She couldn't think of any reason why he wouldn't. Everything went great, except at the end of the night, he gave her a handshake. We called Danny, got him on the phone. Turns out that Amanda is very open with her bodily functions and even uses creative verbiage when telling you that she has to go to the bathroom. Things like on a first date, mind you, leaning over to the table going, "Hey, I'll be back. I got to go download a Brownlow." Just joking around with the guy about taking a number 2, and most people are not comfortable with that. I am one of those people.
gosh.
Been with my girlfriend about a year and a half now. Don't even know that she does it.
She doesn't.
prefer
Don't worry,
to
Jubal, she doesn't.
Never know that.
I remember
don't even
the-
really like knowing when my friends are going to do it. I just go ahead and take care of that business
There's a
yourself.
lot of people
One
on
of
the
my-
text board that are cool with it, though, that they say they
Oh
would
my
go
God.
out
No,
with
that's
her.
so many people.
Yeah.
Like, where is she? I'm ready for this girl to be my wife at 78592.
You guys realize she might talk about her time of the month with the same.
Yeah, but she's
Freedom.
funny.
Are you excited
She's
for that?
Funny. You know,
It's
she's got
funny.
a sense of humor, and
Is that
some
a sense of
people
humor?
like that. Yeah, absolutely.
It's
I
funny
can't do
like
it,
the
but
first
good for
couple
her.
times, but imagine being on her 5 years from now. You've been dating for 5 years, okay? After 5 years, nobody's attracted to each other anyway. And then you have to sit there and listen to her continue to make these jokes. You're just like, okay, it's got to stop at some point. Another text in at 78592. This chick is amazing. She's funny, open, hot enough to pick up. This guy is a total tool. Another one that
I see it.
I bet she's as dirty in bed as her dirty mouth.
I
All right,
don't think
but
you want
listen.
that kind of dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a different kind of dirty.
It might be bad. But everybody texting in at 78592, there's not a lot of people that are ripping her for being so open
This is the-
about having to take a
This
toozy
is
in the middle of her date.
second date that I've ever been scarred. Like, I will never, ever
Oh,
forget the
come on.
term
It's definitely
snake.
not the first one I've been scarred, but yeah,
It's
that's
so funny.
I still wish I was more like her. I mean, the first time I farted in front of my husband was one of the most embarrassing moments.
You
of my
tell
And
life.
you
us
know
you
why?
like eat on the toilet and
Yeah.
keep the door open and talk to
Yeah,
each
but
other.
that's only with peeing, Lydia. Peeing is not gross.
But you still keep the door open and have chats with
Number
You're
each
one,
other.
still
fine.
sitting on the toilet eating food talking to your husband, no matter what you're
So
doing.
don't worry, you're like her.
Yeah, you're pretty. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're exactly like this girl. Actually, you're probably
Closed.
worse.
Stay more closed, actually. That'd be more open.
You just wait. That is love right there, is what that is.
I don't know. I never want to be in love, then, that's for sure.